that never ends. The fighter in you brings out the fighter in me. Shake it off and take your corner, time for shout out. The fighter in
Welcome back, fight friends, to another episode of the Shout Out Podcast. Doing something slightly different today, but in the house, I'm sure we've seen her around, especially as of late. But Miss Jen, can I call you by your last name?
Yes.
Thank you. Miss Jen Balstar, I just want to make sure. From the Social Collective YYC, photographer of the Fight Stars. How are you today, Jen?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. So, first of all, I know that you've been doing photos for a little bit now, but let's be real. I would say, from what Instagram tells me, the last couple months, maybe 6 months, but for sure the last couple, things have really ramped up for you. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, definitely. I've been doing photography for ever.
Okay.
Probably like 19 years I've been doing photography. But it also, it's very different. It's more from where it was to where it is. A ton of weddings when I first started, which I think is probably where everyone starts.
Sure.
And then you get out of it as quickly as possible. No.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, people start at weddings?
Yeah.
Wow.
You buy a camera because I think that you think that's where the money is. But then when you like factor how much you get paid versus how many hours you're on your feet, it's not worth it.
Okay.
So it started, it started there, but I mean, in the last 6 months, you're right. Like Social Collective has taken off, which is phenomenal. And I think that it's just getting the trust of the fight community, which takes a while to kind of like ease your way in. You know what I mean?
Really?
I think it does. Maybe it's just as a woman. I'm not sure. I think it's different. It's different, I think, for a woman. So
I don't disagree. I get it. I'm being honest. Like
Yeah.
I understand, and believe me, I'm a meathead idiot too. I want to hear women's opinions on things. Believe me.
Yeah.
The reason I was kind of like really is because obviously your husband Shane has been part, and obviously you have been part of martial arts for several years now.
Yes.
At Dunamis, and so that's why, in my opinion, I'm like you're kind of already in the community, like.
Yes. I mean, yes and no. Like, yes, I'm in it because I'm Shane's wife.
Sure.
But on the flip side, it's like I still had to earn my own spot.
Yeah.
A valuable asset to the fight community.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's just fight stuff. Period. You got to you got to get your way in.
For sure.
You got to get your feet wet.
Yeah.
But what is it about photography? Like, how do you like? I mean, I'm not a photographer, but I see things. I take pictures and I post them or whatever. But what is it about photography that gets you?
I mean, I think, again, there's one thing that's kind of started even over the last 19 years is like no matter what you're photographing, it's like the emotion and the storytelling. So whether that's a wedding and it's that first moment when they lock eyes, as cheesy as it sounds to this community, it's I get it. It's that, or it's the family photography. And I've always been the person that like, yes, you have to take like the standard posed pictures in a family shoot. But after that, it's like those candid moments where like you don't even know that the camera's watching. Like, and I feel like that translates right into the fight community and into, fight photography. And so I think that might be maybe it's my edge. I kind of bring that like emotional part of it.
Stroke yourself. Go on.
Yeah. So I feel like, I don't know. I just, in all the photos that I've taken of, whether that be all the Dunamis guys or I'm getting around now. Like I'm doing content shoots with all the gyms in Calgary. But I feel like, especially during Muay Thai World Cup, like maybe that's just, I know when to click because I just know that's it's not just like the flurry of punches that are coming that I need to photograph. It's like the moment before. Yeah. That like really, like the picture I posted last night, it was like the big overhands coming, but like you can see it in his face. Right. So I feel like maybe it's like the emotional part of it. And I think that's what's kept me in photography for so long. Is just, I love storytelling. It's just what I love to do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
At what point was it you felt like, I'm done weddings or flowers or whatever it is, and it's time to start taking brutal pictures of people who fight? How did
I don't
that
know
come?
if there was a clear defining moment. Weddings I was done with. You know what? Okay, once I had children, weddings were insane. Like I just couldn't like find childcare and like do all these things. And so I kind of stepped back from that and started doing like family photos. But in hindsight, I traded a big wedding photography, day versus like 15 families in a day. It was the same thing. So honestly, the last kind of like 2 years ish, I've started to like transition kind of out of doing all that and starting to like pull in, like as I was doing content at Dunamis and the guys, and the guys are great there. Like, it's so great for me to be like, hey, I need a model. They're always like, hands up, like, let's go. I'll do shirts off, tarps off, let's go. And so it's great for me to like really play around and stuff. And so it started with just like, I needed some cool portraits. I had it dim in the gym, and I brought in lights and took some photos. Actually, one of the photos, which is one of my favorites that I've ever taken, is of Jake. And he's got all 3 belts on him, and it's actually like a decal in our window, and they've like used it in one promotions. I'm like, I'm famous because of you.
That's me.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I'll just. And actually, he got fan mail from someone, maybe Germany, maybe China, somewhere. And we did a video where he opened up the mail, and inside was that picture. Like, they had printed it for him to autograph. I was like, oh, this is a full circle moment. So I feel like, I don't know, there wasn't a moment where I just stepped into it. It just happened so naturally.
Huh? Yeah. How do you? When you took that picture, did you know, not that it would have an effect, but like, did you know that you took a good one? You know what I mean?
I knew it immediately. Yeah. Like it's such, and because it's black and white, and something about black and whites is just, and I know Brian Visser, you're listening. I know that you love black and whites. But the black and white, it's just like, there's something so stoic about it. Yeah. And so immediately I was like, this has to go on the window of the gym. Like, it has to. And so I feel like, I don't know. I mean, when you have Jake in a photo, when you have 3 belts in a photo, I feel like, it's going to be a banger.
Yeah. Photo speaks for itself.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But so maybe that's what it is. But in saying that, like, how do you know? What are you seeing?
It's kind of like a gut feeling. I feel like after you take so many photos, you just know, like, oh, that's just, just like the others. But I feel like you get this emotion from a photo, and maybe it's just me that can see it. But some of them, like I got another, he's like a videographer and stuff, and he came in one day, brought a bunch of lights, like more lights than I've ever even touched. And we set up a cool thing and did photos of like Quinn and John Moore and Shady and a bunch of people. And it was just like, you get this emotion from the light and the way that they look and the shadows and the depth in the picture. Like, I feel like maybe a photographer would only understand, but it's just an image that you're like, yes, that is one that's going on the wall. You just know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, besides a photographer's mind, clearly you must have some kind of, or need to have some kind of just simple artistic thing about you, obviously.
I mean, like, to a degree. I mean, like, not everybody can take photos, which I think is maybe why I've stuck around for so long. Is you also have to have a personality. Like, I'm sure you and your family do family photos once a year. Does your wife make you do it once a year? Maybe she might after this.
I don't think we have any.
Okay, so we'll link up after this. No, I'm just kidding. And so, like, I feel like when you find a photographer that you like and you like their style, you just want to like link arms with them forever, because you know it's easy. Like, we have one that we use. We do family photos once a year. My husband knows it's 20 minutes long. He knows that like that it's going to be painful for him for 20 minutes, but like that's it, right? And he's always complaining. He's like, why do we take photos once a year? I'm like, because our children look a year younger or like older, right?
Yeah,
like,
it goes quick.
So it goes so fast. And so I feel like it's the same with fight photographer. Like you and I've heard that, like there are fight photographers that are just, they're not reliable, or they're just not the same thing that you need in that moment. Like, I know, for instance, like Kieran wants a team of people he can like lean on and delegate to and not stress about, right?
Sure.
And so I feel like that goes with anything. Like, you want to be able to book your family photographer, do it once a year, and know you'll get epic images and just like not have to stress about it, right?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
Give me one sec. All right, sorry guys. Listen, I had to take a quick break. I never hear from my wife. That's a rare one. And my wife sent a text. I'm like, oh, something's wrong. She's just let me know that the sumo wrestling is coming to Calgary in March.
Hey, that's important.
I do like sumo wrestling.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Shadow Podcast. So, sorry. So back to where we were talking about sort of being artistic and having a seeing thing. And maybe, I guess I live in that world as a martial artist. You can see when things are a little off, or maybe, what is it about? Like, is fight photography something that you want to do, period?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. What is it about it?
It's so exciting. And it's so different. And like, I was just thinking this on the way over here. I was like, Kieran could have the same 18 fights for a card every quarter, and I would never photograph the same event. It would always look different, right? Like, Quinn Waslick could throw the same punch 18 different times and it would never look the same. And I think that's what's exciting, is like, especially having come from family photography. And again, I still love, doing that for my core group of people, once a year. But it always looks the same. Their kids are just a little older, different park scene maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this is different. It's exciting. And so like, it never really feels like work. when I'm doing, even though it's a long day and I don't even think sometimes I get a bathroom break, I'm running around the ring. But I feel like it's always exciting, and it doesn't matter if it's a junior, an amateur, pro, doesn't matter. It's always exciting.
What makes it exciting for you?
Well, again, it's very, very different from obviously what I've photographed in the past, but I don't know. I'm excited for whoever's in the ring. It doesn't matter who it is. And I think like no one knows the outcome. And I think, some people would say that they know the outcome before they walk into the ring.
Sure.
Who knows? But I mean, like, no one knows. No one knows. And then like sometimes I'll be photographing and I look over at you and I can see your face and you don't know what's happening. And like, no one knows what's happening. And I think that's what's exciting. And so you just snap a bunch and hope that you capture that like right moment. Right. And ideally Brian and I are in opposite corners. And so we're not, encroaching on each other's space, getting different shots. But yeah, I mean, like, it's just always exciting.
And speaking of Brian, I was thinking him earlier, like you said about emotion and having cameras not even know you're there. Brian does a phenomenal job with fight photography.
100%.
But his other photography is second to none. You can see the emotion and the storytelling, and they know the camera's not there, and it's bravo, Brian. Good job.
Bravo, Brian.
That was the first name I thought of when you were saying that.
He's nailed storytelling.
Yeah, exactly.
Nailed it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm trying to do it, I think, without like trying to copy him, like trying to do that in fight photography.
No, I get it. Yes.
And I don't know that exists right now. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does.
Well, no, and that's probably why you're having success, to be honest.
It might be. Yeah.
Let me explain it from my point of view. First of all, anytime there's a fight night, I try not to drink too much. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose.
Yeah, it's a battle. Yeah.
But either way, I'm not getting to bed till like the sun's coming up.
100%.
I am jacked right up. Number one, I just like being around people I see a few times a year that love what I love.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy to be part of it. And maybe this is part of it as well for you. I don't know, but I've said this many times on the podcast, but I know I'm on the safe side of the ropes, but fighters obviously must live in that moment or it's over for you.
Yeah.
But I'm also, forget the talking. I'm such a fight fan and it's so intense for me that I'm also in that moment. Like you said, you look over me, take a picture. I'm like, shit, I had no idea. I have no idea who's in the room. I'm just so focused and like, I'm only talking on a silly mic. I have the easiest job in the world, but there's just no moment like that. Is it similar?
It's so similar. Although I would say I think I'm in more of a danger zone than you are.
Very true.
There are times where, I've gotten bled on, I've gotten spit on, I've gotten like almost kicked. The videographers sometimes that walk around like step over me. I'm like, oh gosh, what's happening? But no, I feel like it's the exact same thing. I'm a big fight fan as well. And so like to be there to watch them, you don't know what's happening. Like you might have an idea going in, oh, maybe this person might win. They might have an edge, whatever. And then it goes the absolute opposite way. And that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
And it's equally as exciting when you're watching it on the TV or when you're, you know what I mean, at a different promotion. Like it's always exciting.
Yes.
You never know what's happening.
Well, and you do a great job of action shots are great. A punch hits, the sweat's flying, the lights are right. They look great, but like there's just some photos like, and I know I posted it when we were talking about this. It's your picture.
Yeah.
Ulizbet, his back is to the camera and Quinn's facing the camera right before go time. Like that moment says so much. Right? There's no action, but that moment right there is for the fighters, for the commentators, for the fans. It's everything. Right. That's a great picture. I think of that one.
And when any fighter posts a picture that I've taken and it's not just like a bloody action shot, it's like actually that picture. I'm like, oh yes, I've made it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? When they can see it, they can feel it, right?
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how to say this right, but obviously you take pride when, and me too. Don't get me wrong. When someone shares the podcast or a clip, I'm like, oh wow. Yeah. You know, like you obviously take some pride in that.
100%.
Yeah, sure.
There's no greater like feeling. I mean, again, it goes back all the way to like 19 years ago when someone like changes their Facebook photo and it's like the one I've taken of their family.
Right.
Yes. But now it's like it's shifted now. Now if it's like the fighter and they're posting it, not just in their story, but in their feed.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Okay. I get it. Good.
Yeah.
Well, in the kind of a transition, a segue I want to talk about, like the podcast, I take pride in that too. Mm-hmm. Today, I was training fighters. I got this set up 20 minutes before you came. I decided twice I didn't like it. I got to clean all this shit everywhere. I got to clean it all up. What people don't see is the prep. They see this. Once this is done, what happens next? How long? I mean, even from downloading them takes 3 hours. Yeah. Uploading them takes 3 hours. Half the time, like, I don't know what the hell to write. Yeah. That takes me an hour. Like, so there's a lot of work that goes into it. So I take pride when other people share my work.
100%.
Let's take the Muay Thai World Cup, for example. We see you, we know you're there, you're taking the pictures. We can talk about that. But how about before? How much work goes into a Muay Thai World Cup in your position before fight night?
I mean, I've kind of linked arms with Kieran in helping kind of prep and promote stuff from maybe the previous Muay Thai World Cup to kind of like hype up for the next one. Again, doing the same thing for this next one up in March. And again, I think it just comes down to like finding a crew of people you can trust.
Sure.
And so...
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But my brain's fizzling here.
Yeah.
So helping promote, so are you helping with social media too?
Not like on their account, but creating some of the content for him or sending some of the, creating a video montage of stuff that I've taken, that kind of stuff.
You do that too?
I'm helping. I'm like dabbling in it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and there's lots like behind the scenes and stuff. Like I know Kieran's a super, super busy guy. And so if I can help in any way, always there to help.
Sure.
And so I feel like as far as prep work and stuff, I mean, like, I'm obviously, I help a lot with like the Dunamis guys and just trying to like do the content for them building up to the fight. And if maybe they need help with sponsors or that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But as far as prep for Muay Thai World Cup is just, I'm trying to use my platform on Social Collective to try and post some of these pictures from the previous event to really just hype it up, do the countdown and that kind of stuff. And Kieran's always like, just add me as a collaborator. Like he just wants that push, right? More content is great. Doesn't matter where it comes from. As long as you're posting and you're staying relevant, I think that's important. So as far as like prep work, that's really it. But I mean, that morning I'm drinking 6 coffees. I'm packing a snack bag. You know what I mean? And I'm ready to go. But yeah, and then that day begins and it's chaos.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Do you know approximately how many photos you take in one event? Or
12,000.
Oh, what did you just say?
12,000 probably.
If you would have said 1,200, I would have been like, whoa, that's a lot.
No, I'm taking 1,200 a fight and there's 18 fights. Do the math.
Holy cow.
Yeah. And I've got 2 cameras going. I've got, and I'm trying to.
How do you do that?
Well, not at the same time.
Oh,
got one there. I got to make sure it's like safe from someone's heel coming back and kicking it off there. But trying to, because again, doing video, I'm trying to snaps of the content. Like MMA Journal used some of the content.
Shout out to Taylor.
To promote a Quinn's conversation that he had with him. And so, like trying to do some video at the same time. So I'm trying to snap like little clips. Again, I'm no Sean Davidoff, however you say his last name. But like trying to help, right? And create some of that content and stuff. And it's being repurposed. It's being used. So obviously it's needed, right?
Sure.
So, yeah.
We don't have to speak on the Muay Thai World Cup, but do you per se, speaking of fight footage, like do you make any money doing this?
It's not a ton, although it's changing now. Not so much thus far.
Sure.
But now it's changing because now it's more of like me being invited to these other gyms. Like I'm going to be doing some for a bunch of local Calgary gyms.
Sure.
And it's content shoots once a month where I'm going in, creating a bunch of content for them that they can post. Right.
Right.
So that I think that is where you start to get there. But again, like it's taken a lot of, footing in the community and getting them to be like, okay, she's not crap completely.
Right.
And then shout out to Kieran because Kieran's like, yeah, come to my gym. And I feel like once people are like, oh, Kieran did it. Okay, fine. You know what I mean? It's cool. I've been known as a Dunamis content girl because I've been doing that for 2 years. But yeah, I mean, like shout out to Kieran because now all of a sudden the door just kind of opened.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, sometimes that's all it takes.
Sometimes it is. Yeah.
And not that I care about financials. Like I guess I'm the same. Like how much money have I made from the podcast? I must be minus $12,000.
Yeah.
But at the same time, right. Would eventually I'd like to see $1? Sure. But do I care at the moment? No. This is what I like to do. Yeah. Right. And I want to be part of the community and that for me is the reward.
100%.
I'm part of the community.
100%.
Awesome.
And it grows like as you go, it grows, right? And it develops and stuff. And so I'm okay to not make any money for a while if it then grows the business. Like again, I'm in this transitional period of like stepping out of family photography and hopefully doing this because on top of, photographing, I'm doing content, right? So I'm managing a handful of accounts. Nice. One is Classic Fight Shop. So shout out Classic Fight Shop.
Classic Fight Shop.
So again, like that's monetary, right?
Yeah.
And again, it's funny how things work. Like shout out to Duvall because like Duvall asked me to come do content for him once. Yeah, friend of the show. And so he asked me to come do content with him at Classic because he had a sponsorship with Classic for his second last fight. So I came and I did the shoot. And that night, Mike from Classic's like, come do my content.
Nice.
I'll pay.
Nice.
I'll pay every month. I'm like, sure, sounds good.
Sure. And listen, I mean, don't get me wrong. If somebody wants to pay me for walking and tying my shoes and teaching and doing, give me. Yeah, I'll take it all. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it for free.
Yeah, totally. But it's funny how that works, right? It's just you take one little step and maybe you do something for free and you're like, oh, should I do it? Should I not? And it might just open 7 doors.
Right.
Who knows?
Right. Who cares? Just go do it.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What was your first, like, fight event? I don't know if it was a Muay Thai World Cup or what was the first one that was a big one for you?
It was Muay Thai World Cup.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just rip the Band-Aid off.
Sure.
18 fights. I was like, I'm not sure I know what I'm doing. Here we go. Just put my big girl pants on and
That's
go.
it. Just don't yell at me, please.
Just don't yell at me. I got bled on by Quinn Waslak
Nice.
in that one. So I think that was the thank you. So thanks so much, Quinn. But I mean, like, it was a great test of, like, again, I compare it to like a full day of weddings, right? It's the same length of time. It's just so very different.
Sure.
And so just like trying to find my angles and figure out where I need to be. And I feel like, I don't know what other photographers did. And I tried not to think about it as just like, I need to figure out where I'm comfortable, where I'm not going to get yelled at by the refs and stuff around. You know, you can't lean on the edges of the ring. But outside of that, like, find your footing, find your space and get the right shot. Right. And it's going to be different. And sometimes it is, you know, an angle like this. And sometimes I am like sitting up there on the stairs that they have at this at the new venue. Yep. And those things like create divots in my butt because they're so hard to sit on. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's just what we're getting. Right. But I mean, it's just, you just have to find your footing there. So it was a great event for me to, like, the second one, I was way more comfortable. I knew what to expect. First one, I was like, I'm just buckling up and holding on.
Sure. Was there any like anxiety, pressure feeling, or was it just like, hey, listen?
I was never nervous. And I think that's why I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be, is like, I would love to be that like female fight photographer like, in this community and, you know, do the content and that kind of stuff. But I feel like I wasn't nervous, and I was nervous back in the day doing photography. And so I feel like that's just a sign that I'm in the right lane. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Did you feel any, I don't know if pressure or any anxiety, anything like that about like a woman trying to become a fight photographer? Did you feel any of that?
Yeah, I feel like not necessarily like anxiety because I was female. I just feel like it especially because I'd never even done a martial art until 2 years ago. Like, I'd never even trained. I didn't even know what Muay Thai was. And so for me to like kind of step in, like, kind of felt like a fraud, you know, like people didn't know, what does she know?
Yeah.
But maybe that's exactly what was the pivotal mark, was like, I brought my emotional, like, storytelling stuff to it, not knowing anything about martial arts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now, obviously, like, having done the sport now for 2 years, like, I get it a little bit more. I know, you know, if somebody's throwing an elbow, I know kind of when I should capture it because I know what that feels like to get hit. You know what I mean? And so I feel like I was never nervous, but yeah, I feel like it was still like nerve-wracking to kind of get your footing in the community. Right?
Yeah. And as well as like, and the podcast is running this has taught me like, look, I'm going to screw up, man. Just let me get my feet wet. Like, you know, like, I don't know if I'm good or bad at this. I just like doing it. And I'm just going to try to get a little bit better. Like, and
you've probably come light years from where your first podcast episode was.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
100%.
And even those, I guess more relevant to you would be trying to, you know, get your way into the fight community, but I don't think there's anything wrong, or people should just like, I understand how you feel. Just give it time.
Yeah.
Now moving on.
Totally.
I know where you're coming from. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
You know, I'll show you.
And I will say that, like, Kieran never doubted me. Like, anybody that's ever like brought me in, it was more like self-doubt, I think. Like, can I do this? Because truthfully, like, is there another female in this sport in media? I don't think so. I've never seen her. I don't know that she exists. Yeah. So I think I'm the first, which is kind of an honor. You know what I mean? But also I feel like, you know, I felt like I needed to prove myself to all these bros. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Really show that I can do it.
Yeah.
And do it just as good. And not that this is like a feminine talk, but you know what I mean? No. But if I'm the only one, like, I just got to go out there and do the job exactly like somebody else would. It doesn't matter what my gender is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But there's also a reality of, like, for the most part, fighting tends to be male oriented.
For sure.
To be honest, the scene around here is doing a phenomenal job of making that more even, especially as of late. But that's just the reality. Are you feeling that gone? Do you feel accepted yet, or do you still feel like you're trying to work your way in? Yeah.
And I feel like, you know what? I don't only just feel accepted, I feel relied on, which
nice.
I think, which is a big thing. Like, I think I've been accepted and I've proven that I'm capable, that I show up, that I deliver, because I feel like that's the trouble with a lot of photographers is they can come do an event, but like you're chasing them for pictures for 7 months.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And there's nothing that's going to ruin you worse than a delayed, like, you know what I mean?
I hope he's not listening, but
Oh no, I wasn't targeting anyone.
I hired a professional photographer.
Okay.
And
He's for sure listening.
it was an event a while ago.
Okay.
And I don't mean any disrespect, sir.
Yeah.
If anything, my apologies
Maybe
for
you'll
not
get your photos now.
for not well. I got them. Here's
Okay.
the thing. So
Okay.
here was the thing. Like I'm so bad at like posing for pictures. I don't want to be part of that. Like just catch me when I'm doing something.
Yeah.
So that was his job. I have a VIP table. You have a free seat. Just you can wander around wherever you want. I need you to get pictures of me just so it looks nice, you know, so I look professional.
Like commentating?
Yeah, I sent a ring and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, great. Let's say there was 500 photos I paid for. I think I still use 4, and the rest were all of fights. Well, here's your
And there's a lot of
e-transfer.
them. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know. There was hopefully he's not listening either. But there was a
We're getting in trouble.
Yeah, there was a guy a few years ago that did a Muay Thai World Cup. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Obviously I help Jake with like content and creating images and whatever. And so we were doing a Dunamis Christmas party is what we were doing. And I really wanted him to autograph the photo when he won the one championship contract.
Yeah,
Where he's
okay.
like over the ring, the biggest smile you've ever seen. It's like one of the most epic photos.
Right.
So I said, I just want to print it out in like a 8x10 frame, like not a poster size. Right?
Sure.
And I just want him to autograph it. We're going to raffle it off and it was going to go back to a charity.
Okay.
I messaged this photographer and he's like, yeah, it'll be $200 for the digital image. I'm like, oh my gosh. I screenshotted it. Again, it's not like I was promoting it or putting it in.
Is it the one and only time that you've seen him?
Yeah. Yep.
Bro, are we talking about the same guy?
We might be. Maybe I replaced him. I don't know. I have no idea. It's funny. There used to be, I remember coming to Muay Thai World Cups like over the years, and there were so many media people in the corner.
Yeah.
And now it's just Brian and I.
Right.
Like
right.
respect. Brian and I have made the cut. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We work well together. We kind of have like a older brother, younger sister dynamic.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it works really well, but there's a lot that just, they make one event and that's it.
Yeah.
And they don't ever make it out, again.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I
for
mean?
sure. For sure. And I would imagine someone like Kieran and just overall, when you have a dependable team, you know what you're going to get from who, when, what, and it just makes life easier for everybody. Right?
It's totally
everybody
like-
knows their job.
Yeah, it's totally like finding your family photographer that you used for 15 years.
Right.
You
Yeah,
trust them,
there
right?
you go. Right.
It comes full circle. So I feel like look at Kieran. I don't want to keep like bringing him up, but he's a legend. But you know, he's got to match make. He's got to do all these like logistical things. The last thing he wants to worry about is his media team.
Right.
He just wants to know that you're going to be there. I'm going to be there. Brian's going to be there.
Yeah.
And the videographers are going to be there.
Sure.
Cool.
And it only makes sense for you to bring up the Muay Thai World Cup. I mean, outside of the fights themselves, the media machine that is the Muay Thai World Cup is big. I've now been coast to coast several times talking with fighters, the podcast, whatever, and everybody wants on the Muay Thai World Cup because of the promotion. Yeah, they all say that just do the promos, right?
Yeah. Oh,
You hear that nonstop. So naturally, you're going to be a giant part of that. So
Yeah.
of course, the Muay Thai World Cup is going to be a top of mind, obviously. And yeah, they're great shows. Do you have any? Let's start with the last show that just happened at the end of November. Did you have a favorite fight at all that you like taking photos of?
Do you want me to be biased?
Yes, sure.
I mean, okay, we gotta shout out Quinn. Quinn's fight was epic. And again, knowing him on a personal level, it's like I saw that camp and I saw him different and he behaved different. Again, being ringside, I can hear what's being called out.
Yeah.
He listened better than he ever had. He did exactly what he was told. And like he went out there with pressure I've never seen before.
Nice.
And so like, that one was incredible.
And as a coach, it's nice when the Nintendo controller is working well.
And that's, and you can hear, especially from my perspective, like you can hear when someone is listening to their coach and you can hear when they are not listening to their coach.
Yeah,
and you
for
can
sure.
see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
The Ryder Romero fight was incredible.
Who did he fight again? It was a rematch. Murder. Nicholson? Nickel, I'm sorry, man. I forgot. I'm
Something
sorry.
Nickel.
There's so
I'm
many
sorry.
events. Can't remember everyone's name.
But
I'm
that
sorry.
one's great. This next fight,
Nickel,
I love
yeah.
Ryder, but Ryder's fighting one of our guys.
Yeah.
So again, so excited for the battle, right? Like, but again,
Who are you cheering for?
I can't say I'm unbiased when I'm at that event. When I'm in the corner, I am Switzerland.
I'll find out when this is done. I'll find out.
But again, I think like it's such a cool event. Like I remember a few years ago, Ryder was like a little junior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kind of a little chubby.
Yeah. And now he's like coming into his own.
He's a man. He's huge.
He's a huge man. I know. The other fight that was super awesome to watch was Kyle's fight.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and whether he won or he lost, like to see that he got back in there, to see that it was a battle.
Fought maturely instead of like a wild man.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, obviously like Quinn had fought that same guy a few years ago and got that giant overhand, you know, like, and I think that it was just so cool. Full circle moment to see like Kyle step back in there. So Kyle, I hope you come back. I hope you didn't. I know you talked about it, but
it was close. Man. It was close.
So I feel like, but they're all so great. Whether it's a junior, whether they're in full gear, or whether it's like, you know, the pro of the pros that's out there swinging. I think they're all so exciting.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. The last one was fun too.
Oh.
Do you have someone like Quinn? Are you able to separate yourself taking photos from the fight that's going on, or is it all part of it? Like you're jacked, you know.
I have become known at Dunamis as like the screamer of the crowd when I'm in the crowd. So I really have to like zip my lip when I'm on the ring. Sure. And I'm like, go, like trying to like hard. It's so hard. There was an event, a unified event, Tim Shady, the MMA fighter.
Yeah.
It was the unified at BMO. This was a few years ago.
Yeah.
Some lady walked up to me and was like, "Are you his wife?" Because I was screaming so loud for him. I'm like the fight mom. It's fine. I'm like, I'm not his wife. I'm someone else's wife. But it's so it's hard to, especially ringside. I figured it out now. That first event though, I was like trying to, you know, want to cheer for them, but obviously I can't. I have to be unbiased, you know. Yeah. So and I have to pull that unbiasedness like into the content too. Mm-hmm. Like I can't just focus on posting the Dunamis guys. Mm-hmm. I have to rotate through everyone, right?
Sure. Yep.
Which was a struggle, I think, at first, because you have your team and you have your people. Right?
Yes.
And so now I feel like I've figured it out, and now it's like, and again, here's the other thing. If I'm being totally honest, I don't charge the fighters for these photos. Right. I just send them the gallery link. Because here's the thing: if they're struggling to find sponsorships, they're sure as crap not going to pay me for their photos. You know what I mean? I know that.
As I've said before, fighters require the most amount of time but have the least amount of money.
Yeah, they do.
God bless you guys.
We love them for it. But
that's right.
Yeah, so I feel like again, for what I'm gonna charge them $100 for the gallery link.
Right.
I would rather them post the heck out of them, and it gets me more promotion than the measly $100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's lunch with your family.
100%.
Which is great.
Don't get me wrong. 100%. Yeah.
How important is photography? I know nothing about this. If anything, I would love to get the podcast sponsor. I'm not in a hurry, don't get me wrong. But eventually, of course, everybody wants to get paid for all their efforts, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But how much does photography have to do for, I guess, not just with promoting yourself online, and I don't know if you even know these answers, but getting sponsorship as well. How much does that have an effect?
For the fighters?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't really know any other industry.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, the fighters need good photos in order to get sponsorship.
Like in your opinion, is it a must?
It's a must.
Yeah.
And again, like, shout out to the Jamis guys. They have me at their free will.
Right.
So, you know, you need a photo. And they're all great. They're like, hey, I just need this picture. Or like Quinn's like, hey, I need a picture of my new belt. Yeah, for sure. You know? Awesome. And now that photo's... Because here's the thing. The only thing that makes me angry is when you use the same promotional picture like for all the fight posters. You don't even look the same anymore. It's like 7 years old. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so finally we got this new photo of Quinn with his belt, and now Kieran's using it. I'm like, finally, we have a new picture. So I feel like, again, I've made like media sheets for the guys to like go out to people, because Kieran shared, and I shared it yesterday on my Social Collective page, was, you know, your sponsorship, you have to bring value to these businesses that are going to support you.
Shout out to friend of the show, Joe Comaford, who initially was the poster.
Okay,
yes, sir.
So shout out to him, man.
Sorry,
that was an epic, like that was an epic post, because like you can't, and it's such a frustrating thing, is like you have to bring value to these businesses. Put yourself in their position.
Yeah.
Like you're going to go to, you know, whatever local business and ask them for, you know, $1,000 to put their logo on your shorts. What the heck do they get out of that?
Right.
They don't get anything.
Right.
So if you're going to go there and support them and do a promo video for their business, okay, that brings value.
Right.
So it has to be like a mix and mingle. And so like, yes, you might have, and this is the thing that every fighter should strive for. And Jake's done it really well, is like you have the same sponsors for a longer duration, and it's built this healthy relationship.
Right.
And they always know what they're going to get.
Right. Which is what you want, right?
100%. And I think like Quinn's done a really good job actually as of late too, is like linking arms with not just like, you know, like small little companies, but like ones that actually are going to bring value, right? And now they're doing amazing promos of him, and that's what you want in this like healthy relationship, right? So photos bring a huge thing. Like, can you imagine some of the photos some of these guys would send if it wasn't for photography?
Yes, I can.
Probably the same ones on their dating websites. But like for real, like photos are everything you need, and you need them for your website, for your like.
Right.
You could use some of these fight photos for your dating website. You know what I mean? Like I'm here to help in all avenues. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I hear you. Yeah.
Not the one with the
$1
fish.
spent, $2 value.
Yeah. Exactly. So, photography is everything. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like I just kind of was thinking of that right now. Like, yeah, if you're not going to have a nice photo, don't even bother.
Yeah.
You know.
Totally.
Yeah, that's so true. And yeah, fighters, you know, I've said it before, but nobody's just going to come to you and go, "Hey, can I give you free money for being a good fighter?"
I think they think that.
That's
though.
not how this works. That is not how this works.
I know.
That's not how life works.
I know. It's so frustrating. Well, you could get a logo on my T-shirt. What does that bring them?
Yeah.
Yes, we know what it brings you.
Yep.
Yes, we know you need money for your camp, for your food, for your physio, for your whatever.
Yeah.
But what do they get out of that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, for instance, for Jake, like Jake's linked arms with Toyota.
Yeah.
Right. And so what does Toyota get? Well, he does videos once a month for them.
Yes.
Perfect. That's great for them. It's a two-way street, right?
And I'm assuming you're the only one who probably takes photos of Jake fights. Are you the official? We'll call her
The official.
Yeah.
I did travel the world with him. No.
Big deal.
No big deal. It's fine. But I mean, like locally, yeah. If you need something quick, yeah.
Because here's the other difference: is Toyota is a big brand, and does their brand ever look unprofessional?
Never.
So therefore, you know, Jake, you know, all these photos and videos, none of them look unprofessional.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally. Yeah.
It's all professional looking content.
Yeah.
Which I make a massive difference in my opinion.
Yeah. And I mean, he's got a handful of people that he works with. And obviously, like Toyota has a media team, obviously. And so I've done a few things with him, with Toyota, with other brands, with Revita, you know, like little tiny things here and there. Then he's got another videographer that, again, traveled with us across the world and did his vlog series, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So he's always surrounded by a media team at all times.
You have fighters by the balls.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to put that on my promo.
You want to get somewhere? Hey,
Yeah.
I have a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that. Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I just kind of thought of that right now. Like I know everyone's content, but
Yeah.
professional content is the difference.
For sure. And I mean, like, can you set up your phone while you're hitting the bag and take some content? For sure.
Right.
But again, here's the other thing is like, and this is what I say all my guys at Dunamis, you know, that come to me for advice, is like, you have to have like 5 pillars on your social media. Is like, yes, you're a fighter, but like, what else are you? Because your social media is like, they know who you are. They can see you on the Muay Thai World Cup events. You know, they know that you fight, but like Instagram is a peek behind the curtain. They want to know what you're like. They want to know what you do outside of the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so whether that's like meal prepping or like, for instance, Carter Kaminga, shout out to Carter. I just joked that I don't know what happened. He like stepped on the gas and all of a sudden he's posting everything. He's running all the time. So he's doing half marathons. He's doing like the Black Lung, whatever marathon that was. It's insane. whatever it was. But like all these things. And so now people are kind of like, oh, this is what else Carter does besides fights. And I feel like, especially if you want sponsors, they want to see that. They know you fight. But what else do you do? How else can you fit into our business and like meld together? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look at this video. I'm just using you, Carter, because we're talking about you. But hey, Carter's hitting pads. Awesome. Keep scrolling. Oh, Carter's hitting pads. Carter's hitting pads. Carter's hitting pads.
Yeah.
Right? You just keep scrolling eventually.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let people into the story a little bit.
And hitting pads is easy. You're always at the gym. Someone's always going to hold pads for you, or you're going to hit the bag, or you're going to go to Golds and you're going to hit the bag there. Like, show me what else you do. Yeah. Right? Because as a business owner, if I was going to sponsor someone, that's what I'd be looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. This is just my perspective.
No, well, that's great. That's. I love hearing perspective.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't change a tire. I can't hang a picture. This is all I do.
Yeah.
So I trust people's other perspective on other subjects.
Yeah. Perfect.
As I told my father-in-law, it's that same thing. But if you want to talk about fighting, I'm really useful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
Right? You're literally asking me everything I know about, so I'm going to sound really intelligent right now. But,
Yeah,
but ask me
perfect.
about something else. I won't know.
No, well, no, but I'm just. This is new for me too.
Totally.
But it's still interconnected. Even from like you're trying to break into it, I kind of was with the podcast.
Yeah.
We both work our asses off for nothing, but do it for passion because we love it. You know, I'm not expecting anything, but
Yeah.
I love doing this.
Totally.
So it's just cool to hear, you know, and I always talk about this like the fight card, like you and me are living the exact same moment, looking at the exact same thing at the exact same time,
Yeah.
but have two completely different stories.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah,
so
it's
cool.
It's cool. Yeah.
I often look over and I'm like, oh, what's his face like? Oh. And your jaw's on the floor. And you're like, oh. And again, I can't hear your commentary when I'm ringside.
Right.
But I can almost hear it from you just based on your facial expressions.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah. You
Well,
and Kieran Walsh. I
Yeah.
I was one in the corner. I was like, oh, whatever they're saying is good. Like I can hear it and I'm like experiencing it. It was kind of cool to just see it all
nice.
come together. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I think I'm like still as a stone watching fights. I get so many videos of people behind me shadow boxing as I'm commentating.
Oh, isn't that funny? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's just such a wild moment. I love being part of it. It's so cool.
I love it too. I can't wait for everyone.
What would be your ultimate goal with this?
I mean, I would love to maybe step into like an MMA event and
Yeah.
do content there, try it out. Again, will it be for me? Who knows?
Yeah.
The unified promotion is kind of like, I would love to just do one unified event. There's one in Calgary in end of February. You know what I mean?
No, I don't accept. I need bigger. I need bigger.
Do you want me to go to the UFC?
Well,
no.
is that what you would want?
I mean, like,
let's just, you know,
who
like
knows?
if this could go your way, the entire way, every step is perfect for you.
Yeah.
Where is your, and maybe it's taking pictures of the royal family. I don't know, but
It's not.
what would be your,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Your holy grail.
I love the action of combat sports.
Yeah.
Like I love
Yes.
that. And so again, like I actually had gotten an email, I want to say like 2 months ago, and it was for, I want to say it was an MMA promotion. It might have been like BTC or something, but out east. But it was like their last minute photographer had pulled out. And they were like, hey, can you come? And it was like 3 days out. I'm like, no, I have 2 children.
Yeah.
I can't just leave. And again, my husband travels the world for all of the MMA teams. So
Right.
like half the time he's gone. Right. And so, I mean, ideally, if I could do, you know, some local MMA events, see how that goes. Again, would it be cool to do a UFC event? Heck yeah. Will that ever happen? Who knows?
Right,
The world's
right.
my oyster, I guess.
Sure, but you're allowed to dream and you're allowed to say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you feel, are you a stay-at-home mom, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah. So, okay, photography, when I started, I had a full-time job, office job. This was before kids. And then when I got pregnant with my older son, who just turned 10.
Nice, happy birthday.
Yeah. They're both in December. It's a chaotic month. Yeah. The 9th and the 16th. And so when he turned 10 and I was pregnant with him, I was sick as a dog. And so I just decided, you know what, let's just try photography full-time. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. If I fail, I fail. I'm going to get mat leave anyways. Let's try it out.
Right.
I never went back. So I've been doing it for, like almost 11 years full-time. And it was photography full-time until maybe like 2 years ago. And then we kind of, this is such a random thing, but we actually have an Airbnb management business. So I do that and I do photography and I also homeschool my 2 children.
Sure.
So it's, there's a lot happening, and then content and photography and all the things.
All the fingers and all the pies.
All the fingers and all the pies.
Yeah.
And so stay-at-home mom, yes, I can work a few days a week. It allows me to homeschool them. We're at the gym every single night. Like
Right.
we're a home family, but I do still have the passion and the time for like the few projects that I have.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I was just curious if you know, how the overlap works, because I know you guys are obviously very busy.
Yeah.
Who's been your favorite fighter? You can only pick one to photograph.
Does it have to be local? Yes. No, it doesn't. I mean, I don't just want to shout out Jake all the time.
Yeah, you can. He's a handsome fella. He's got muscles and stuff.
Oh my gosh, he's great to photograph because you know what, he's got a crazy personality, and so it's always fun to like you never
Right.
know what you're gonna get with him.
His face shows his charisma.
He really does, yeah. But if I had to choose,
Oh, good.
if I have to choose someone, again, I have photographed the Dynamis guys a lot. Quinn is down for anything. Doesn't matter if I'm like, hey, like I had a sponsorship with a sunglass company a few years ago,
Nice.
and I got 10 of the guys to come, basically tarps off, shades on, out in the alleyway, and they were all game to do it. And so I feel like those guys are like, they know they'll get some good pictures out of it. It's always worth it. Jake for sure. And I wish I would have been able to photograph him at the last one event, but obviously they have an incredible media team out there.
Sure.
So,
Are you even allowed?
not at the event,
Yeah.
but like I could have anywhere else.
I see.
Yeah. Even at the gym that like they sponsored him out there, and we went out there, and so I snapped some content of him there. But I mean, he's a celebrity out there.
That's crazy.
You
huh?
don't
Good on him.
understand it here,
Sure.
but when you're there, like we're trying to have breakfast, and there's a lineup of people
That's
one
awesome.
picture. It's actually wild because
Awesome.
like here he's just Jake. You know what I mean?
Hey, so when are we going back to Thailand? Or
Yeah,
Japan?
100%. And it didn't matter in both places. Like in Thailand, he's a full celebrity. And
That's
Japan,
cool.
like Japan, they love him.
Right on.
And he put on a heck of a show. And
Damn
so
right.
people were like, wow.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Damn right.
Yeah.
And much like you were saying too earlier about, you know, hey, I might fail, who knows? And Jake had a tall task and came out on the wrong end.
Yep.
As I tell my students, you won't do cool shit in your life if you're
Yep.
scared to fail.
100%.
Don't be scared to fail.
100%.
Otherwise, no opportunities come.
Now, I obviously don't know what it was like to watch the fight in like here. I obviously watched it in person, not to toot my own horn, but like it was the best card to ever go to.
Sure.
And so watching that fight in person was like incredible. And just like the promotion of one,
Right.
it's wild. Like their walkout things are movies basically.
Right.
Like
yeah.
it's actually crazy. So to see the promotion and like how much they love him, like there were people cheering everywhere for Jake in Japan where he's never fought before. And it's just people love his story. They love that he's an entertainer. And so I feel like, yeah, it was just really cool to experience there for sure.
Yeah. Right on. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I wonder where I'm famous.
Right?
Certainly not here.
Yeah. The same. Oh man.
What have you had an event that's been your favorite? For example, listen,
This one?
the road to one, the road to one finals.
Amazing.
Nothing.
I didn't photograph them, but experiencing that, I can't.
Yeah.
It was so incredible. Like when Jake won and like hopped onto the tables.
My
like,
table, by the way.
It was your table?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
perfect. Yeah. Hopefully you were done eating.
Actually, I was really worried because that's where that cameraman was sitting. I'm like, his camera.
Oh no. Oh no, that was your VIP table?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I was really nervous.
Is that why it took so long with the photos? No. Yeah.
I don't know. No.
Oh man. I mean, that one was incredible. But even like all three of those like road to ones were just like, you could tell there was something different in the air.
Yes.
Because like it was do or die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even like the Quinn and Cody fight, that was the second turn, but like incredible fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was crazy.
The one where Jake got knocked down by
Abdu.
Yeah.
That was a wild
again,
one.
my throat's in my stomach. I can't breathe. And then like he manages to get up. Like that's what I mean. I could photograph that same duo 17 times. It's never going to be the same.
Yeah. And I know that gut drop feeling because when it happens in my mind, I'm just like, no way.
Yeah.
And it happened with like Tyson and Cody. And
Yeah.
like, you're just like, what?
I know. It's crazy. And I get that. And even watching, like my husband just had an MMA fight a few weeks ago. And like, I always felt like I got more nervous for all the other guys because like Shane's going to do what he's going to do. It's fine. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. My stomach was in my foot.
Sure.
I was like, "Ooh." And he got knocked down too. And then like he made it back up. I don't know. It's wild.
Savage.
It's
Man's a
savage. You just don't know like what's going to happen in any fight.
That's why it's so good.
That's why it's exciting. That's why I'm here.
There you go. Is there an event that not from the event itself, but like that you've done where you've gone, yeah, I nailed it. I nailed these photos. Is there
last Muay Thai World Cup?
Yeah. I don't disagree, to be honest. Yeah.
No, I just felt like, again, this was my third or fourth one. And I feel like I finally found my footing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I found like I didn't have any nerves. There was no pressure. And I was able to kind of do a little video, a little photo, and I found my footing in that perfect place.
Yeah.
And I just found that like I just nailed the right moments. And now obviously there's some that are blurry in there, but that's just the beauty of the sport is like sometimes there's a blurred leg just flying up, right? But I feel like capturing those like that emotion part of it, I feel like maybe that first few I was really trying to capture like just the action shots of it, which is cool.
Gotcha.
But I feel like the emotion and the action together is like that sweet spot. And I feel like this last one was kind of like, I found my footing.
Yeah. And I'm not a professional, I'll just say it, but it feels like any Neanderthal can take an action shot.
Totally.
Some are good, some are okay, but anyone can do it.
Yeah.
You know?
You just, set your shutter speed to a certain thing so you can capture it and like, that's it. Right. So I think it's cool that Brian and I both have this kind of like emotional vibe about it. And we can capture that within the sport.
Yeah.
Like Brian's flat out told me this is the only like sport event he does.
Is that right?
Yeah,
eh?
because like he obviously loves the portraits of like, like in the alleys and, talking to these people that are homeless and like going to different countries. And so I feel like this is his only event where he like, he pulls his like niche out of it and brings it into fight photography.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I do.
Yeah.
I get it. And I agree that overall the photos that I've seen of you, By far, the last one nailed it.
Yeah.
Really, really good job. Who, you can't say anybody from Dunamis.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
Who is your 3 favorite fighters to take photos of? Whether it be action or standing posing.
Kate Clements was one for sure.
Sure.
Over the last few fights, for sure.
Friend of the show, last podcast. Check it out.
Yeah. She was great. I'm trying to think here. I mean, Ryder Romero for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, I think I can go back to the last few events and like watch him grow up, which
Sure.
I think is super cool. And then, I'm trying to think. I don't know. There's so many. Who was great was the guy that fought Duvall. He was great to photograph too. I cannot remember his name. It was something like that.
Oh no, I can't remember your last name. I'm sorry, man.
He's from Florida.
Yeah.
And he was
good
awesome.
dude.
And he's so friendly.
Yeah, nice
so
guy.
friendly. Quinn's opponent was great to photograph too. Now he didn't obviously come out on top, but like he showed every emotion on his face, which was really cool to photograph, right? Like I could see that he was frustrated. I could see that he was angry, and then I could see that he was like ready to go.
Get out of the way, Quinn. I need this one.
100%. Yeah. Quinn's always in the way. So I mean like those 3, but again, like they're all so great. And some of those juniors, they're so great. You know who else is really great? He wasn't on this last card, but I think he's from Smanditch. Adam Casey.
Yep.
The Moroccan
Beast.
Yes.
Adam Casey.
He's so great because you know what? He's so fierce in his face.
Yeah.
Epic photos every time.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he wears it.
He wears it.
He's got a mug on.
Yeah, totally. 100%. Yeah.
Nice. Social Collective.
Yeah.
Again, what thinking ahead or dreams, what do you want this to turn into? Is it just a photography thing? Is it a media company? Is it a marketing company? I'm just kind of curious. What would you like to see this turn into?
World's my oyster. I mean, like I've been able to help a lot with Dunamis, and to the point where like I'm helping do some of the marketing, and I'm helping, like we just got new change rooms. So like I'm up there, I'm designing the change rooms. So I feel like it's kind of allowed me to like wear a bunch of hats.
Yeah.
Marketing is great. I love marketing. I did marketing before I quit and did photography full time. And so I feel like that's kind of like played into kind of what I can do.
Right.
Media company would be awesome. I mean, if I had some people underneath me, that would be so cool. Send them off to a few events here and there.
Yeah.
I do still love it though. And I think if I could do some video, some photos, and just create such a cool thing that I don't know that it exists, that is like so unique and different, that isn't just like your standard, okay, here's your videographer, you get him for 8 hours and you get the most mundane footage, right?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
And shout out to Mike Bondi, my instructor, business partner. I think he might have been episode number 3, maybe number 5. But he talked about when you're a small business owner, you do it because that's what you love.
Yep.
Then you get good at it. You got to hire an employee. Guess what? Now you got an employee to look after. You got more work to do. Now I need administration. Now we need a building. Now guess what you're not doing? The one thing that you love to do, right? So as much as it's fun to build those things, you tend to find yourself doing more mid work than the thing you love doing.
You have to find a good team you can delegate to and you can trust, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's with any business. It doesn't matter what it is. Again, I've been a one-woman show for a very long time, and you know what? Even a few years ago, I was like, before I kind of stepped into this, was trying to step out and get other photographers underneath me.
Right.
But people want you.
Sure. That's it.
As cocky as it sounds, like when they book your photographer, you want that person that you trust, that you're going to get the right stuff from.
Right.
And so, like, oh yeah, Betty might be great, but like Betty's not you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like you have to find that team of people that you can delegate to and trust that they're going to do just as good of a job as you are. And then you don't have to stress about it.
Right.
Right. Again, full circle. I think that's what Kieran's done.
Yeah.
Is he has a team of people he can delegate to, right?
Yeah. Especially commentating.
Yeah. And photography.
All right. Just before we're out of here, you get one shout out. One shout out for one person. Who do you give it to?
Like a fighter? Or
anybody
just
on the
anyone?
planet.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. I mean, like,
see, this is unique because usually I tell the dudes, I'm like, your wife.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do I have to say my husband?
No. See, we get in trouble if we don't. It's a little bit different the other way.
Is it?
Yeah. Are you really gonna get in trouble if you don't?
No, he wouldn't care.
There you go.
No, I mean, honestly, obviously him, like, because truthfully, like, full circle moment, like, he's the one that told me, do photography full time. Like, what's the worst that could happen? And what's the worst that could happen? I've worked for myself for the last 11 years. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I've been able to homeschool my children, watch them grow, not have to be in an office every day, which isn't everyone's vibe.
Hey, listen, I'm just going to straight up call that a win from my view.
Yeah,
that's a win. You
totally.
win.
Yeah.
Good on you. Good on you.
I mean, like, so again, shout out to that, but also like, full circle moment. Like I have, you know, an aunt and uncle that basically raised me and my parents. So I've got a whole other weird life story if you want to follow my personal Instagram. I didn't grow up super easy. And so I think, you know, shout out to me for just like not being afraid to just like try something new. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
And you know, I might fail, but I'm trying.
Don't be scared.
Yeah. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
You know, I'm stepping into this male orientated community and I haven't failed yet. So
There you go. Well, listen, anything else before we're out of here?
no, I think that's awesome.
That was great.
Yeah.
And listen, it's cool to sit down. We get to chat for 5 minutes at Fight Cards. You're busy. I'm busy. I'm not really busy, to be honest. What it is like, you know, it's an environment. Like, I don't want to be bugging people, you know,
No.
like everyone's working.
You're
like,
talking to all the fighters. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I know where I stand on the. No,
I don't even get to talk to them barely, to be
no,
honest.
that's true.
I tell you what, that's got to be the thing that drives me nuts about commentating and not coaching is I like seeing the energy, the drama, who's injured, who didn't get hurt, what are they working on? If he's pissed off at the decision and, hey, did you hear what happened? Did you hear what happened?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't get to hear any of it.
I know.
So-
Because you just have headphones on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I missed that part.
Yeah.
So it's not as, listen, I was about to say it's not as cool as you think. Never mind. It is
It's
by
super
far the
cool.
coolest. Yeah. Awesome. Well, where can we find you on Instagram, social media, all that good stuff?
Yeah, it's the Social Collective YYC on Instagram. So just follow me there. That's where you find me. You can DM me for about anything.
Local gyms, who you been helping out?
Obviously, Dynamis started it. I'll be helping you out.
Yes.
Right? You need content.
Damn right.
I'll be working with Elite, Kieran Kettle's 2 gyms, LFG,
WTM.
WTM.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Nice.
So I feel like, just doing content for them like once a month, give them their stuff. I don't need to manage their accounts.
Right.
But that's what people want. Because like also if you're taking the content, how the heck are you going to be in it?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get
Which
it.
is why I'm never in the Dynamis content.
Sure. No, yeah, you're the contenter.
Yeah. I'm behind the camera. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep dragging questions on here.
you're good.
I got another one for you though.
Yeah.
Could this get out of hand?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
You know,
Out of
Jim,
hand.
me, come my gym. Could this get out of hand?
Do you think I'm that popular? I feel like, again, if I space them out,
Yeah.
if I could do once a month for each of them, you know, it's think about what once a month is. I'm using air quotes, is like I'm at Elite one evening,
Right.
you know, and then maybe I'm at WTM one evening.
Right.
And that's really it. And
Right.
if you space it out over the month, it's fine. Again, if I compare it to like my full day, like I'm not kidding. I would do like 15 to 17 family sessions back to back on a Saturday,
Okay.
which is insane.
Sure. That sounds
Right.
crazy.
And so, you know, if I factor that in, I mean, what's an evening here?
Sure.
I might just have to miss my own Muay Thai class, but it's fine.
Right. All right.
But that's really it.
Awesome.
I don't think that I'm going to be traveling to Tampa and going to do content for, but who knows?
Sure.
Who knows?
I mean, even Calgary, there's a lot. There's a lot in Calgary.
There's a lot. Yeah.
And as my whole philosophy on this even just the podcast thing is forget the world.
Yeah.
If a salt sprinkle of people in Calgary listen to this podcast, I'm killing it.
Yeah,
You know,
totally.
so-
100%. And you are killing it. You're doing a
Well,
great
I
job.
appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, gee. All right, guys. Well, listen, that brings us to the end. Please make sure you check out Jen from Social Collective YYC. I can tell you that I'm being fully honest. I'm jealous of all these pictures I see at Dunamis. I need some. We're going to be talking, and I'm noticing. And I need somebody who's not looking at action shots. I need somebody who's going to get the essence of the room and the people. And you've very well demonstrated that's what you do.
I appreciate that.
Awesome.
Thank you
Well,
so
thanks
much.
very much for coming
Yay,
in.
Yeah.
And other than that, if I don't see you again, I'm probably going to see you in March at least.
You will see me in March for
Awesome.
sure. Yeah,
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Peace.